So is that a shawl you're wearing?
Yes.
It's cute. I like plaids.
I've had it for years and years. It's one of my favorites. So decided to take it out of the closet. I don't want to turn the heat up.
Well, I get that. They had the heat so high at work today that I thought I was going to die.
I can honestly say that is never a problem where I work.
Oh my
Never.
God. The heat was horrendous. Okay, well, we'll just wait a little bit and see if people...
I'm just sharing it as it
Yeah.
just finally came up so I could share it.
I don't quite know how to do that. And how do you know who to select?
I have a list of people on my share. Just a sec. I'll show you. See?
I can't see that.
Anyways.
Well, is it a hockey night?
I have no idea. I don't
Yeah, I don't follow hockey either, so
I don't follow any of that stuff, so I wouldn't know. Okay, I've sent it to enough people that someone should come on soon.
yeah, well, that's okay. What cards are you using?
I'm using the Mystical Cat deck.
I am using Tarot at the End of the Rainbow.
Nice.
It is actually quite cute. It's very similar to a Rider-Waite deck. I feel like I think the same analogy from it is the same.
Mm-hmm.
And but they've added the rainbow and everything, and it's really quite a cute deck. Okay, well, Mr. Khan, you're going to have to wait until a little closer to 2023 to see how your 2023 is going to look, because we'll probably have one for just that alone. But we can have a look and see what's going on between now and then. The 4 is the Emperor, right? I hate it when they don't put the names on it. I have the Emperor here, and it's just a really neat card with all the rainbows and everything, and sitting firm in position of what you are looking for. Hey. It's basically bide your time. So just look to what you want to do between now and the new year. The other thing about that is the roses are standing out. So for me, the roses are in memory, in rejoicing, and in moving forward, but it's also the spring. Now, I pulled one for your wife, for Miss Doris, just in case she's there, and she has the Wheel of Fortune. And what I really like about this is the colors. Like, each of these colors of the rainbow represents something. And when I look at this card, it makes me feel like in flight, getting ready for motion, but contemplating the way life is fitting what you need now. Not so much what is in the future, but what do you need now? So those are the 2 cards for you guys. We have Heather and we have Orville. And just so everyone knows, we won't be doing a show next week because I'll just be coming back from Alberta of seeing Penelope. And we are going to do one, is the 23rd, I should ask you right now, does the 23rd work for you?
Isn't that a Wednesday?
I don't know.
That's a Thursday.
That's a Friday. So that's the Friday 23rd. Or would the 22nd be better?
The 22nd would be better.
Okay, then on the 22nd, we will do a show just before Christmas, and then we'll do another one.
You just contradicted yourself?
What?
Oh, next week.
Yeah, I won't do it on the 16th.
Okay. Yeah, 22nd would be best.
On the following week, isn't that the 22nd?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll do another one just before the new year. Okay, so next is Heather. We have Heather, Orville, Mr. Khan says thanks, and then Holly.
Okay, so who do Heather's for me?
I can do Heather or you can. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll do Heather. You asked a question.
My son Thomas, he has been using drugs. Do you see this improving?
You know, Thomas needs to reach out. So the 10 of Earth, this particular card says, find a space that makes you feel safe. That's what the meaning behind this particular card is. But the reverse side of this card is, if a person isn't willing to seek safety, no matter how hard you push them, they're not going to seek help, safety, anything. You can do once in a while a health watch on him, but unless he is willing to step away, it's not going to happen. I believe that for whatever reason, he doesn't feel like he has a place in the world, and that is not on you. That is his thought process. And the only thing you can do at this point is stand by and say that your door is always open to him, but you can't force him, honey.
Okay.
You can direct him, though.
Yeah. So, hi, Orville. So, Orville, Holly, and Holly asked a question, and then Lily. Orville, you have the 13, which is the death card. But remember, death is not dying. Death is new starts, new beginnings, pulled in different directions. And this tells me that you need to march to your own drummer. You can't look at what's in front of you. You've got to listen to all the sounds around you. The intuitive sound, the music sound, the voice, information that a little bit of information overload by the sounds of things. And then you need to sort of filter it out so that what resonates with you is the direction you're going to go in, not by what everyone else says. And when I look at this, it feels as though for the next couple of weeks, you're going to be pulled in different directions. But as long as you shift and move and turn and learn how to say no, you're going to be okay. No's a funny word. It's something we all have a hard time saying. So I'm going to say that, trust your instincts and move with the beat that resonates. So Holly's question is, she wants everyone and everything to be okay.
Holly, the card that came up for you is the sea kitten. The sky kitten, sorry, not the sea kitten. Look at how joyful this kitten is. This card talks about being fearless of the future, and don't be afraid to let things fall around you. It's not your job to hold up the whole world. And it's okay if things stumble and tumble down a bit, because you can still find joy. The thing you've got to do is focus on you, focus on your health, focus on your spirit, and then you can focus on your prayers and keeping things lighter around you, because if you light a candle, you can push that light outward onto others. So I do believe that in time, everything will be okay, but you just got to have faith.
Okay. Hi, Liam. Liam, you have the page of coins, and coins are earth signs. And as you can see, this card is a little bit about magic as well, because there he is. He's holding the coin, but he's not actually, the coin's not touching his hands. He's manipulating it. He's turning it. He's looking at it. He's viewing the wonder of it. And on this sign right here are X's, as in what direction to go. Now, the red of the rainbow represents, in 1 second, because I don't know my colors and I'm going to read the book, instinctive. So it means, again, to trust your instincts, to go in the direction that you believe will help the whole family. And it's like, I've never done the bug under the telescope thing, because I hate bugs. But the thing is that when we look at something so much, we lose perspective. that we can't see it for how it truly is, because it's grown, it's manifest, and it's become more of a sore than we realize. So sometimes we have to take that step back and we have to look at it from a different perspective. So I'm going to say, take the step back, look at it from a different perspective, and trust your instincts. Our cousin Lily is next.
Okay. Lily, for you, the lovers. This isn't about romance per se, as finding a way to be in touch with the intimate side of you. And intimacy is talking about connections with good friends, family members. So don't isolate yourself. Find that friend that you can tell all those secrets to and bare your soul and not be worrying about judgment or caring what people outside think of you. So this is a time for you to heal, a time for you to rest, and for you to connect with a best friend.
All right, so Christy is next. Holly and Heather both say thank you. And Holly says she'll light a candle. Then Patty, then Tammy, and Liam says thank you. Hi, Christy. How are you, honey? You have number 18. This is the moon. And again, the colors of the rainbow are shooting out of the moon. So they're illuminating your way. You have a choice because you have the two pillars here. And you have the sea horse or sea dragon, whichever one you want to call him, moving in a different direction. So you may be moving into a new era, a new time frame for yourself, and it could be a little emotional because of all the water and everything, but eventually you're going to come to stand on your own. They are talking about a child around you, someone who's looking for you, want to talk to you, get to know you. So I am going to say, if this is yours, you be prepared. Okay. To have, if you can answer it, answer it. If you can't, be truthful. All right, honey? And I wish you a Merry Christmas, babe. Okay, so next is Patty.
Hi, Patty. Patty, for you, the card, the world. And by the way, guys, I'm using the Mystical Cat Tarot deck, but for you, the world. Now, the world talks about having come to the end of one journey, almost like a cycle, right? There used to be a belief that everything runs in cycles of 7. I've never quite remembered what that was about, but Grandma Beard's always said there were cycles of 7. And we come out of the 7 and we start a brand new journey again. So you're coming to the end of this year. You're coming to the end of a journey and you are about to start another one. So take time to look at all the wonderful things that have happened in your life. Acknowledge the moments that were not so rough. And if you look at the far corner of that, you'll see this beautiful globe of light. And remember that you are never alone, and the brightest light that shines is the one from within you. So light your fire, keep it going, and have faith. And don't be afraid to start a new journey. New day, new beginnings.
Okay. Hi, Tammy. Tammy, you have the 10 of Wands. And there he is. He's standing on a deck with his burden on his shoulder and the rainbow in the distance. And what I like about this is the fact that the 10 of Wands are fire, so it's movement, it's cleansing, it's processing. And the 10 of Wands is about accomplishing something. So maybe he's looking out over his garden and deciding, I have accomplished this feat. I have built my house. I have made my foundation. So this card is telling me, Tammy, that you should recognize what you have accomplished and be proud of it. And know that even other challenges as they come towards you will fall into place the way they need to be. So go forward, be strong, and be steady on your feet. Okay, Lily said thank you. That makes sense. Orville said thank you, Christy. Yeah, love you too, honey. Patty says thank you. And Maya. Hi from New Zealand. Hi, Maya. Welcome to the show for the first time. So Maya.
Hi, Maya. Maya, the Sea Queen. And Maya, the Sea Queen is it's actually a very, very beautiful card. You see this very regal cat, and she is sitting looking at the water and stuff. And what this talks about is holding on to joy. And your greatest joy in life is your open heart. And when you sit for a moment and listen to your joy, maybe grab a pen and paper that D'Arcy is always talking about and write down what your joy is, what your dreams are. And you know that love and that affection that you bestow on others so willingly? Take a moment to look in the mirror and bestow that love and that affection and that joy onto yourself. I know it sounds like a corny thing to do, but it's okay to wake up, look in the mirror and say, God, I love you, girl, or guy, or whatever, right? So this is your time to keep your heart open and keep following your joy.
Okay, she did ask a question. I didn't see it till you started talking. And it was, what beings or spirit guides do I have?
Well, you definitely have a water sprite, I would say. And that's about healing. It seems that this is also a healing journey for you. And I feel like there's an old woman with braids around you. After you, D'Arcy, what do you think?
Well, I was just thinking that maybe her grandma Nancy is around her. And I'm hoping I got the right name. So, okay. So Brenda's next. I agree with the water spirit. She needs it right now for cleansing. So Brenda's next, and then Manuela. Okay, Brenda. Well, thank you. She's sending light, love, and laughter.
Nice.
Brenda, you have the Four of Cups. Now, cups are emotions, okay? And the Four of Cups normally represent an offer. Four represents foundation. But what I like is it's taking these two little fairies here to fly that offer to you. So it may be a little bit before the offer gets to you. And sitting there in contemplation of, do you really want the offer? Is it something, again, I'm going to use that word, resonates a lot tonight with you. So does it resonate with you? And if it does, then you accept the offer. If it doesn't, you just say, thank you, no. I'll wait for the next one. But I also get the impression that there may be announcement of a birth around you as well. Okay, Manuela's next.
Manuela, the card that came up for you is the Earth Tom. Take a really close look at this. Here's this cat, this tomcat, carrying a kitten across what looks like a pretty deep and not too wide, but wide enough chasm in the earth, like breaking off. So it's possible that is very dangerous and very deep. But the tomcat's doing this with such confidence, like he knows he's not going to drop the kitten. He knows he's not going to miss his footing. He knows he's not going to fall. And what that represents is, as difficult as life may seem at this point, you've got to remind yourself that you've got this. There is a way across that chasm. There's a way across that abyss. There's a way across that mud puddle that looks murky with no light reflecting. You've got this. So have faith and trust in your inner strength, and things will be getting better.
Okay, so Tammy said thank you. Maya said thank you. And now we have Shar. No, Shar, you did not miss yours. You're just in time. So you have the 9 of coins. And what I like is it looks like an awful miniature dragon there. But I notice you can't see her face. So maybe the reflection of the dragon represents something that's similar to her. So it's like looking at someone and going, oh my God, there's a similarity there between the two of us. The 9 of coins are earth, but the 9 represents the rewards, the fruit of your labor of moving forward. It's about taking time to treat yourself to a luxury where you're busy helping everyone else. Maybe it's time you looked in the mirror and you helped yourself and you took some downtime. You went to a spa, you went for a walk by yourself so you can contemplate where you have been, where you are, and where you are going. The flowers are in remembrance. So for your children that have passed, maybe buying some flowers and putting them in your house in remembrance of them. But there's also something here where there is, the dragon makes me feel like justice. So maybe there's some form of justice being administered that you may hear of after the fact, but not when it's happening. So that's what it feels like. Okay. Well, we'll wait a few minutes. I don't see anyone else on right now. And so how has your week been? It's only Wednesday. What's today? Tuesday. Look at the day.
Tuesday. Quiet, busy, all simultaneously. What about you?
I would love to say quiet. It's not been quiet. It has been busy to the point that I actually had to take a nap tonight after work. I'm showing my age. It's like, oh my God. But I think it's too because everyone, can she have a reading for Shamira?
Shamira.
If you can do one for her.
Of course.
Yep. And then I'll do Shay Shay.
Shamira. Shamira?
Shomira.
I would say Shamira. So, darling, you have to find what brings back the sparkle to your eyes. You know, what kindles that passion, that flame of passion? What is that one thing that you love to do more than anything else? I'm a firm believer that people need to find their passion. And I'm not just talking about partners, but I'm talking about that passion, that thing that drives you. Is it music? Is it art? Is it just living in general is your passion? Find that passion, bring back that sparkle. We're coming to the end and the closure of a year. And this is probably the first full year in several now that we're almost back to normal, almost, not to jinx it. And it's time to reconnect with your passion. So do some beading, do some artwork, go back to school, find your passion.
Okay. So Shay Shay, hi. You have who did you just read for? Shar. No.
No, Shamir.
Yes, her daughter, or I think it's her daughter. I'm guessing here. Okay, Shay Shay, you have the 2 of coins. And look at it's balance. It's all about balance, Shay Shay. It's about he's standing on the limb of a tree and he's trying to balance himself. He's got his coins and magic going over his head. The figure 8 represents what you put out there comes back towards you. The coins are earth signs, so you know, having earth around you, working with the earth magic, healing, and a little bit of freedom. That's the other thing it's making me feel, like just a little bit of freedom. Okay, so next is Jeannie and Brandon.
Okay. Janine, right?
Janine. I get it right.
Janine. Oh, Janine, honey, for you, the demon cat came up. And you know what this says? This literally says, don't let your demons take hold of you. Don't let your imagination run wild so that you are separated from your better nature. A friend of mine recently called and they're having their daughter come visit, and a whole series of things. He started projecting all these things, letting the darkness and things overwhelm him. I remember our grandmother used to always say, don't borrow trouble. Don't borrow trouble. You think that demons are chasing you? Well, don't let them get a hold of you, because these ones are of your own making. Your lack of confidence or whatever it is that is chasing you right now, you turn around and tell it to back down. You're in control. You've got the power to stave this off. You are strong, confident, and amazing. Repeat that to yourself every day. Brandon, right? Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon, you've got the Ace of Fire. You know, when I see this, the first thing I think is Light My Fire, right?
Yep.
What's that song, D'Arcy?
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Yes, what this means is just that, light your fire. There are all these creative energies in you. There's possible new opportunities, a possible new job coming or something. So don't forget to remember what ignites your fire, what gets your creative side and creativity isn't just about drawing and art. There are people who are really good with mathematical formulas. That's a form of creating something. There are people who create beautiful tapestries and tablecloths and stuff. Find that passion, hold on to it, and just know that with it, there is new opportunity coming. The other really strange thing about this is this card also is used in yes, no questions. So I'm not going to ask what your question is, but whatever your question is, the answer is yes. If it is good for you and healthy for you and positive for you and your family, the answer is yes.
That's good. Okay, Heather, I missed you, Heather C. And Sonia and Mary, you're right after that. So Heather, you have the 3 of coins. This is teamwork. And the fire is very decorative. And I always believe that you can look into the flames of a fire and you can see messages. But this is teamwork. This is working together to make something happen. But it may be 3 weeks, 3 months from now to actually see the outcome of what you're putting together. So for me, when I look at that, it's all about the teamwork. How do you work together to find the solution that you need for any problem? Okay, Sonia's next.
Sonia, for you, the 7 of Sky. Okay, Sonia, what this card is all about is something really simple and profound. Don't get distracted from your goal or from your mission or from your task. So you see how they're supposed to be hunting the mouse. One of them's almost got the mouse, and then the other one goes, oh my God, look, there's 7 birds in the sky. What do I want with the mouse? There's 7 birds in the sky. But the reality is the cats have got the mouse right now. Why chase after something you might not be able to obtain when you're so close to obtaining what you want? So don't get distracted. Don't be that person that's, in the middle of a conversation and yes, I have done this and went, oh, look, there's a squirrel.
It's like that cartoon, right? With the dog, squirrel, squirrel.
Yes, very much so. Or magpies. Both my boss and I periodically will be in a meeting in our office, and one or the other of us will go, "Oh my God, there's a magpie drunk on the mountain ash tree." So don't get distracted from the direction you want to go, because you know where you want to go. So don't get distracted.
Okay. So Mary, Aaliyah, and Carrie. That's the order. Mary, you have the 3 of Cups. And this is celebration. That's all this card means, is celebrate. Bring together people you care and love for and celebrate. We are in the season where there's a lot of get-togethers because with the holiday season coming up and the new year. So this may be a time to bring together the people you care and love about and celebrate with them. Leah is next.
Hi, Leah. Leah, for you, the 9 of Sky. Leah, this talks about how our fears and our perceived fears can get the best of us. And they might not really have any basis in reality. So when I was a little girl, I remember being, for whatever reason, afraid of the monsters under the bed. And I was adamant that these damn things were real, and they would get me if I wanted to get out of bed at the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or whatever it was. And I remember our brother Jim, he came into the bedroom one night to read to me, and he said, "Kiddo, don't be afraid of the monsters under the bed." And I was like, they were huge in my mind. And he says, "They're just little snakes. And all you have to do is walk on the white tiles to the bathroom and you'll be fine." And he says, "At night when you need to get up, put your head over the edge of the bed, look underneath the bed and go, 'Yo, snakes, I'm just going to walk on the white tiles to the bathroom.'" And he said, "They won't bother you." So what it was it took control of my fear. And that's what you need to do. When the Nine of Sky comes, it's saying that your fears might not be totally based in reality. That doesn't mean that they're not frightening. It just means find a way to deal with them so they don't immobilize you.
Right. Hi, Carrie. Carrie, you have the 10 of coins. And this card represents completion. It represents family, the values of family, and it represents the growth. So from child to daughter, mother, crone. So child, father, crone, the old guy. So it could be the aging process. I had to think about that one. Mm-hmm. And what I like is the raven at the top there, as though he's keeping an eye on everything. And each step of our life, there's a growth process. Whether we like it or not, we do get older. And we can argue the fact, or we can embrace the fact. As we grow, we mature like fine wine. Now, depending on the wine, you could get vinegar, but I look at it as an opportunity to achieve into our dreams and expectations, whether they're realistic or not. We should follow what is true to our heart, what sings to us. And so I'm saying keep going. Don't lose sight of the wonder around you, because to me, the aurora borealis is wonderful. It's magical. It happens certain times of the year. And so I'm thinking move forward. Okay, and Sonia said thank you, and so did Aaliyah. So we'll just give everyone a few minutes and see if anyone else joins us tonight. And
did we do Lorraine?
Who?
Lorraine. I don't remember. She's walking, but I don't remember her.
I did not see a Lorraine on here unless she's coming on here. If she's on Facebook, I can't see them.
Okay, well, Lorraine and Carrie?
I did Carrie.
Okay, so I'll do Lorraine.
All right.
Hey, darling.
Go ahead.
Pardon me?
I was just saying hello.
Well. For you, grace. Grace means touch within your inner harmony. Find that quiet spot that allows you to face every challenge with poise and grace. Sometimes we want to, be upset, and then we respond with frustration and anger. Sometimes we're knocked off our balance. But what we need to remember is we are more than capable, you are more than capable of adapting to change. So take that moment of grace. They say we live by grace. Well, we can also take a moment of grace. And grace is like taking a pause and knowing that we've got this. We can come through storms, we can come through high tides, and we're going to be okay.
Okay.
And I think you got your wish because you got a few more people.
Yes, Lorraine was one of them. So we have Marie. I'm not sure if I'm going to say your name right, but it's Sanel Hopkins. Then you've done Lorraine, Janet, and Jeanette. So, Marie, you have the Ace of Pentacles, new offer, a solution around money, growth in money, and prospects. So if anything financial, because it feels like this is talking about financial money, like something where you're going to deal with money, you're going to look at money. I always say, please go to a financial planner or a banker, because I have no idea what to do with money, and I rely on them to do it for me. But a new offer could be a job that pays you more. So there is something new coming towards you, Marie, and I am going to be open and ready for it, because it may surprise you when it gets here. So Jeanette is next.
Jeanette, for you to Sky Queen. Whoops.
Oh, I'm sorry. It should be Janet.
Janet, for you to Sky Queen. You know, the thing about the Sky Queen, it says that you're pretty sharp-witted and you've got a really good gift for communication, but you also equally have a gift for being a bit aloof. And sometimes people take that aloofness as being kind of like a snob, and you're not a snob. You just are thoughtful and you like to take your time building relationships and building, whether it's a personal relationship or a work relationship. Just, once in a while, come down off your perch and just come walk amongst the rest of the people, so that they know that you're not as unapproachable, because you're not unapproachable. You're just cautious and you're aloof.
All right. And next is Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Sorry about that order. It's just you guys have very similar names. You have the 9 of Cups, and it reminds me of who's the guy on with the "Oh my pretty," the ring. Oh my pretty.
Gollum.
Yeah, and it reminds me of him, of you counting your money and looking at your stash, but it's not really like that. It's more like you're counting to figure out how you're going to manage to take the trip that you're looking for towards June, and where you have to shave a little money to make it happen. Again, financial planner. But it's also rejoicing and realizing that what you have gained in life, you have worked to do so. And you should be very proud of the fact that you have put so much labor into making your home the success that you would like to see it. Gollum, oh, thank you. Chaz, Chas is next.
Oh, and by the way, Sandra Murray just showed up.
Yeah, I see her.
4 of Fire. So check this one out, honey. Take some time to walk away from the day-to-day seriousness and have a little fun. Do something that inspires wonder, beauty, magic, and a connection to creation. For me, it's, if I'm starting to feel overwhelmed by things, I go outside and I bring some stones with me, crystals, different ones, and I carry them around, and I find, a place to sit and just think about things and offer them to the sky so that they can be bathed in warm light. And I smudge to help me reconnect with wonder. Or I pull over and I try to count how many snowflakes are falling on my hand, something to reconnect you with the wonder and magic. So try doing that and reconnect for a little bit. Recharge through reconnection.
Okay, just to quickly answer Jeanette. No, I think you're going to be fine with the money. Sandra, hi, long time no see. Look, you have the Ace of Swords. I am the power. That song. Oh, what is that song? Of the world. Anyways, that's what I thought of right now. So you can look it up. when I look at this, I feel as though there is a communication, a look at acquiring either a change in your job. I know you're talking about retirement, but there's something here where it's being offered to you that you're actually considering it. It's a double-edged sword. You can do it, you can leave it. It doesn't really matter. Trust your instincts, because if it truly resonates with you and it feels like it's part of your foundation, then you're going to do it. It could also be an offer of romance. But I'm not seeing anyone, but I sort of had a little feeling there could be a little offer of romance there as well. So totally up to you, Sandra, what you decide to do with it. Might be a little fun. Okay, Rena is next.
Hi, Rena. Rena, the 9 of Fire. The 9 of Fire talks about mastering your skills and your passion and your talents, and then being able to teach them and share them with other people. So when we do that, we think, oh, well, we're giving away our skills, but it's sort of like, some people are born to be drum makers, and then they meet someone who aspires to be a drum maker, but they can never be a drum maker if you don't offer to share your skills. So it's the passing on of knowledge that will gain you more knowledge. And that's where you're at right now. It's a time to take what you have and share it with others to teach them. Okay.
All right. So now, is that Sonal?
Yeah.
You did hers. And she says, having a hard time hiring people and trusting. Go through an agency that hires people. So I would suggest that find a hiring agency to help you hire people. And Sandra's really cute because she says, sweet. Oh, la la, thanks. I joined a board and the meetings are Tuesday nights, so they totally interrupt these readings. It's nice to know we come first. Rena says, thank you so much.
Nice.
So that's
board readings can be a bit of a pain.
Well, Sandra, I'll tell you what, you just keep watching. We'll pull a card, but we will be on next Thursday because I'm coming back from Alberta after seeing Penelope. So we're going to do Thursday instead of Tuesday next week. So you'll be able to come next week. Okay. And Sonal said, yeah, I agree. Haha, thanks. Okay, so good. All right. Well, it will give them a couple of minutes. It's only going to be for one night, Sandra. And that's this week, Thursday. But we'll keep pulling you a card, knowing that you're in a meeting. Okay, we'll give them a couple of minutes and see if anyone else comes on before we call it a night. It's been definitely a pleasure having you all show up for these shows because, as usual, without you, we wouldn't be doing them. And I had hoped to have a show with Sean on, but I think he's got more work than he can handle right now, so it's too bad. So, anyways, that close. I want to see you too. Oh, okay. She wants to see us if I'm up there. Shar.
Oh, okay.
Okay, make arrangements with Penelope. We can meet for coffee or something. It's up to Penelope. It's a short weekend, doing her Christmas early. So, well, I guess we can call it an evening. And like I said, very grateful that you'll show up for the show.
Truly, it's always nice to see everybody and to be able to pull each of you a card. I hope you have a blessed week, rest of the week, and one full of magic and laughter as we get closer to the solstice. Speaking of which, I guess it will be The solstice on Monday.
20 Wednesday,
Wednesday.
the
So,
21st.
so between here and there, may laughter, and light and joy of the solstice shine upon you. And always, I'll leave you with my favorite expression, Masalama, go in light. Blessed be.
And may love, joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone, and we will see you next week. Cheers.